Welcome to the My Rules Are Better podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet. Look, I'm somewhat jumping the gun here because I will have a special guest to talk about this particular topic, but I wanted to record a podcast to do two things. Firstly, to record about the introduction to this topic without actually discussing it with my special guest, so I could have some audio down. And the second thing is because I launched a video channel. I launched a YouTube channel where I can physically show some of the stuff associated with that. I was going to show the Russians and the Chechens, but actually what's more pressing is the games that I want to show about playing solo. So ironically, I'm having on a special guest to talk about playing solo. The games are both Palladium games. They're both Kevin Siembieda authored classics. One is associated with Robotech, and the other is associated with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. These are both games where when I've been through my bookshelves recently, I'm like, ooh, ah, and that is the emotion that I want to convey. So it's going to be interesting talking with my special guest because my special guest is not a wargamer. So that will perhaps give some potential to discuss who the special guest will be, but I'm not going to do that. So my view initially was, well, if I'm going to do solo gameplay, I'm going to do it as a wargamer. Well, actually, I found the role-playing considerably more interesting in the solo game kind of view currently, with the view that just playing Chaos solo rules, potentially. Filthy solo rules, potentially, but I just want to get back into having fun with these games. I want to start the interaction. And that was what was interesting, particularly with the Chechens and the Russians, was I got out the miniature case and I was like, I don't want the emotion. I want a positive emotion with regards to this thing. And actually the continuum of this narrative moving towards solo gaming is very interesting, and I did want to kind of decompress it. I found what are called solitaire games on YouTube. And I was originally going to buy the books from Amazon. I'm like, I don't need to buy books. There's no cash transaction that needs to occur here. I have enough games just in my bookshelf that I shouldn't need to actually buy anything at this stage. I can just enact these rules of solo role-playing. And I went to a YouTube video from a series called Paint All the Minis, which is about painting miniatures, where the fellow actually talked about the procedure in place for solo wargaming, where you write up the strategies of the army very briefly, just 3 strategies per army, and then you do it per unit as well. So you have competing strategies, both the army strategies and the unit strategies. And then you go through the strategies, compare results, and you move the armies accordingly. So with the Chechens and the Russians, I did that. I put together the cards. I recorded a video yesterday just to test that I could actually record video. So My Rules Are Better is the YouTube handle of my new channel. And I'm doing this in large part because Monty's Reviews, which was my previous channel for this stuff, in fact, I think there are actually My Rules Are Better recordings published in Monty's Reviews, I can't get access to anymore. Like, Google has eliminated my means of getting access. When I get to the point where they finally text me a verification code, they refuse to do it on the number that I give them to text me on. So that just eliminated the Monty's Reviews, and I decided, okay, My Rules Are Better as the brand, let's create a My Rules Are Better channel. So I'm going to walk through, literally when I'm done recording this, I'm going to walk through the Siembieda classics that is currently my forefront of my memory with regards to doing this solo wargaming role-playing, maybe solo role-playing specifically. And I came to this realization because ultimately I've talked about the D&D game, which never actually occurred. I've talked about a bunch of stuff which isn't actually occurring. So rather than dwell on things not occurring, let's move to solo play where things are occurring. And the discussion of solitaire games just, like I said, made me feel I've already got these games available. So if you want the video companion to this, I'm now going to spend a few minutes going through these rule systems in front of camera for the benefit of people that want to check out the YouTube channel. So this is really just a cross-promotional plug of the YouTube channel, and say stay tuned, because a discussion associated with solo wargaming and solo role-playing, more importantly, coming up very shortly. Tom Barbalet in Las Vegas, Nevada, signing out.